at agriculture in our province, specifically from FDI, as well as from an export value, it is a prominent sector. So if we look at our value that we retain from our exports, predominantly that's agricultural products that are exported. We've started a project in the Western Cape called Project Good Hope. It is about saying how do we reposition the Cape and the Western Cape and the Cape Town brand within the South African brand, specifically because we rely so heavily on our export markets, and you've got to keep that relationship. I think we have a strong relationship. I've been very, very engaged with those markets over the last while, specifically post-Brexit, because that has implications for a predominant part of our economy. But over the last few years with diversification, we've started to move a lot more into Africa, and so we actually trade more with Africa out of the province than we do with Europe now. So it's interesting, we're still seeing good growth in our wine exports into Angola. It was a focus, and I asked those questions with the oil price, should we continue? But the numbers are there, and you just have to have a look at the private sector. If you speak to ShopRite checkers and you look at their best returns, it's coming out of Angola from I think they're on 37 stores now or something. And you see other investors going in there, fruit and veg cities going in there, you see the BevCan type investments, and we've got farmers now investing on farms in Angola. So yeah, it's got implications. Specifically, I think the biggest implication is getting money back out again at the moment. That's a bit tough, but of course I think that drives a big reinvestment strategy, and that's what ShopRite's been doing. And I'm pretty certain that in the sort of short to medium term we'll be able to sort those issues out. I've had 3 official visits to Angola. We've had 20-something official visits reciprocally. There's a real urgency, and I think now with the political changes, I think we're going to see some good stuff happening. I also am one of those people that believe that when you put a strategy together and put a plan together, just keep focusing on that plan until that plan is delivered. Don't just make rash decisions. So I'm pretty certain Zimbabwe's going to have a hang of a lot to offer, specifically agriculture and sub-Saharan Africa and the world. So I think part of what we're talking about here is Zimbabwe is going to be playing a much more prominent role in the years to come. And of course we will have a look at how we engage out of the province, but we will still keep our existing strategy. I mean, at the moment our trade to Angola and to Mozambique, they are 2 biggest trading partners. Angola hovering, Nigeria hovering around there as well. But I mean, we're opening new markets up into Kenya all the time. It's a good focus, and I think, and we've got trade missions going all over the place. I'm pretty certain Zimbabwe will come up fairly soon. I'm the responsible politician for Westgrow. It is our entity, and we are totally aligned with our strategies. They're an implementing agency, they're a marketing agency, they're out on front. It's them that go and do it, but we devise the strategy and the policy and the funding. Of course, I'm also challenging them to find some of their own funding, but that's a different issue. It's like any organization, they need to become resilient. They are separate to DTI, but we try and work wherever we can with DTI, with SA Tourism, whoever those national entities are. We are only a region within South Africa, but of course as a region we really try to punch above our weight. Good Hope is only evolving right now. It came post-Brexit and post the downgrades, and then I think post the last World Economic Forum ratings, I don't want to say ratings crash almost. And I said, listen guys, we've got a strong brand here, we've got strong trade relations, but of course you've got to keep in those markets because the external outer brand can actually have an effect on you. So we're busy at the moment doing in-market studies to differentiate the 2 brands, to understand what people understand about our brand. We know that the Cape Town brand itself is very, very strong. So we're busy doing that work, and it'll start evolving over the next couple of months. And yeah, there'll be briefings, but it'll be more like a campaign. You'll see it sort of out there. And it's a campaign that's going to be driven locally and internationally. We're driving it in the market, but also you've got to have the team back home also supporting the campaign.